Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. In this video we are looking at the June 2017 edition of the White Dwarf magazine, and as you would expect it is all about the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. So before we begin, I just want to give a shout out to our latest Patreon, Tom. So thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon, and the link to our Patreon is down in the description below. If you fancy supporting us, you get access to videos early, and there's free shipping code for our website if you order from us a lot. That could save you some money. And there's other bits and pieces that we send, bags of bits and other goodies on different pledges. So let's get straight into White Dwarf. So, as always, we have Meet the White Dwarf team. We have a little intro from the editor, and we have the contents. And as always, we're going to go through page by page, so we don't need to focus on the contents too much because you're going to see everything very soon. So in Planet Warhammer we have Dark Imperium, the new box set that is coming out this weekend. I'm very excited about getting my hands on. And we do already have a battle report where we used our store's miniatures at our local store. They kindly let us use their miniatures, so really cool. And I'm sure everyone knows by now what you get in the box. Really good actually, to get the actual full hardback rulebook is very cool. And so we have some close-ups of all of the Marines. So these are the Primaris Marines. So I'm sure you all know, but for those who don't, these are slightly bigger than a regular Space Marines. They're more sort of true scale, and they're awesome. I wasn't too keen on these guys to begin with. Thought they looked a bit sort of clunky, but they're growing on me a little bit. I'm not a massive fan of this sort of Gravis armour and this sort of really sort of clunky sort of armour. That's the only way I can really describe it. But I absolutely love the normal guys. I think they're fantastic. I'm thinking of changing all the helmets on mine, mind you, just to make them a little bit different. And then there's the Nurgle stuff, which I think is awesome. I think it's brilliant. So much detail and character in the Nurgle stuff. So I'll be adding them to my Nurgle force, no doubt. So a little bit about a rule book. And of course the index books. So of course these are just here to tie us over until we get the new codexes from this edition. We also have a few accessories, combat gauge, command dice. And the wound trackers I think is pretty cool. I mean, they're literally just different dice with more sides. But very cool. And there's also Death Guard green paint and spray coming out. We also have tactical objective cards. I assume all the old tactical objective cards, which I have loads of, are probably no good now. And there's Sector Imperialis objectives as well, which are quite cool. I think I've ordered a couple of boxes of them for myself. I might actually, if they're not a limited run, I might actually stock them on the site, but I don't know if they're limited or not. So we have some Blood Bowl stuff, some goblins. I really like the Blood Bowl goblins, I think they're very cool. There's some optional rules here for using different types of balls. It's really cool. There's a little bit about Skirmish and the Age of Sigmar Skirmish warbands. I am quite tempted to get that a new battle mat as well, because I think that looks really cool. There's a little bit about Forge World. I've actually started building one of my Custodes Dreadnoughts, and yeah, there's a lot of pieces to the legs and such. Well, not too bad actually, but for a resin miniature, they're a bit of a pain, but they just look amazing. And we're working on some more of my Custodes soon as well. We have some video game news, so Dark Future. So I'm loving the fact that they've actually bringing out something to do with Dark Future. It's a very, very old game from GW, even before my time, but it's just really cool. I'd love to see a game like that back on a tabletop from GW. We have some Black Library, so there's a Dark Imperium book to go alongside the box set. The Crimson King, so latest in the Horus Heresy books. Then we have Plague Garden, The Scions of Elysia, and Champions of Eternal War. So I think these are both audio dramas. And there's some Black Library books. The contact section. So designer's notes now, looking at the new edition, and we do have a pull-out bit here, and as always it's always a pain in the ass to show on camera, but yeah, a massive battle between Ultramarines and Chaos. Magnus is in there, Gulliman's in there. They're very cool. There's even some AdMech over this side. New ways to wage war. So I assume we'll be talking about stratagems and different ways of playing. And with data sheets as well. So as an example for the Dreadnought. I actually quite like that they've gone this way. I'm going to sort of miss armor facings and fire on axe and such, but you know, it simplifies it and it makes a lot of vehicles even more viable, really. There's nothing worse than just being immobilised on the first turn, so just from like one shot. So that's sort of going away, which is nice. I'm not going to go into all my opinions on the new 40k here, but I will say that they're mostly positive. So if we look at the Mark 10 armour, we have no idea what happened to Mark 9. It's probably somewhere with Windows 9, no doubt. And there's the new weapons as well, really cool. Boltstorm Gauntlet, I like the sound of that. Then we have Death Guard as well. So the showcase showing off Primaris Marines for different legions, or chapters, sorry. Tell them too much Horus Heresy lately. So I'm thinking of doing a new custom chapter when I get mine, but I'm still undecided on the colour scheme. So I may paint up some test miniatures once I get it out, and maybe get people to vote on one of our live shows which scheme I should pick. That's what I'm thinking so far. So there's a little there's actually sort of an interview here, it's sort of an interview as they're playing a game, which is quite cool. So I was a little bit looking at armies of the Dark Millennium, so I was showing how you can build your army, and then it's got an example of one here. So they use the patrol detachment, this one's using the battalion detachment. I absolutely love this tower army. You can see like the purple with the really heavy blue lines, and then you've got the black with the blue as well. That's some serious effort, but they look awesome. And there's some Blood Angels. And then this really beautiful Tyranid army. I think we've seen it before in one of the White Dwarfs. Really, really nice. So now we have an actual battle report. So this uses the Ultramarines, of course, with a lot of Primaris Marines in there. And you can look at them compared to like the Terminators as well, you know. All the old Space Marine stuff is just going to look very silly compared to these guys, I think. But if we get like Primaris style Terminators, that's going to be awesome. And then we've got a large Chaos army, mostly Nurgle, some Black Legion as well. I really like the Demon Prince actually. I don't know if you can see too well on camera, but he's got like this sort of weird sort of fly-like head. So as always with the battle reports, I'll just skim through them so we don't give away the result. So as a Horus Heresy Golden Demon section now. So we have this awesome, is it Perturabo? Yeah, Perturabo. One of the few Primark models I don't actually have, which was amazing. And we have Mortarion as well. And Molagast the Twisted, so someone's converted him up. I actually love the green on the armour for Sons of Horus there. We have a nice bright pink and blue Fulgrim. And we have Sigismund, Araman, and for Warmaster Horus. So, a tale of 4 warlords. So this month the Eldar are expanding with some Vipers and some Dire Avengers. Space Marines have a Stormhawk, and there's a little painting guide as well on how to paint the Black Templars, which is really nice. Really handy because I'm showing how to paint black. It's always, well, it can be a bit of a pain to paint, but hopefully these little guides do help. I quite like how sort of many highlights they've done there. The Asher Militarum have a couple of Sentinels and a Chimera, and again they've got some painting, little painting tutorial as well, which is really nice. And then we have the Chaos Space Marines, so they have a squad of Marines and Raptors. A little bit of preparing for battle as well. I won't read that. We have an army showcase of some lizard men. Whatever they call themselves these days. Seraphon, that's it. So I'm not too sure about the bright green guy there. Troglodon? Yeah, it's a Troglodon. I mean, the army looks really nice and purple, and like even the yellow, but then the green is just like, it just looks like it's from a different army just put in. But then you'd expect all these lizards and dinosaurs and whatnot to all be different colours anyway. It looks really nice though, I'm not going to debate that. We have an Iron or an Orc army really, because there's squigs and stuff. And I do love the Colossal Squig. And maybe you might see my Colossal Squig on the Paint and Forge World section of their website. You know, their Instagram thing. They have recently messaged me asking me for my permission to use it, so hopefully my one will turn up somewhere on there. Interestingly, you can still see the join line on this one, and you probably can on mine as well. It's a right pain to put together that, but this one is superb. Whole army's lovely, as they always are on these army showcases, and we have a Khorne army as well. And we also have some Fire Slayers. Oh, I do like the Fire Slayers. They're an army that I might collect one day. Just need a bit more variety. As you can see, yeah, there's so little variety, but still a nice army all the same. So it's an ultimate guide to the Blades of Khorne. So lots of Khorne. Focusing on all different miniatures. So we have Imagists and Illuminators. So this is another interview. This is with the people behind all the artwork, which I think is really cool. It's nice to see some of the artists in the spotlight a bit more. Obviously some of the old classic artists, such as John Blanche, etc. We all know about them, but some of the new artists don't get as much sort of limelight. So it's good to see an interview with them. And then we have an Illuminations section for 40k. And it's got other stuff as well. I love the Nagash art piece, that's brilliant. So yeah, we're collecting and painting guide, looking at Harlequins. Really cool. A little bit of how to paint checkers and diamonds as well. And of course, as you'd expect, Paint Splatter is looking at Primaris Marines. And of course the Nurgle. And interestingly, I don't think they used the new Nurgle paint, which I was really expecting to see the Death Guard green used as their base coat. So Temporal Disport is looking at White Dwarf 207, so this is just before I started collecting them, I think. I do love looking at all the different old White Dwarfs and such. And then we have the Reader's models. I really like the combat squad there. Really cool. As always, the Reader's models are always fantastic. So just hats off to anyone who sends them in and get their stuff in here, because they're always brilliant and I always love looking at them. I love the squig hoppers. Very cool. All different colours as well. And then lastly we have In the Bunker, so just looking at the stuff the White Dwarf team have been working on. So, some really cool stuff as always. I forgot that tank even existed. Never seen anyone use them on the battlefield. Okay, so let's look at next month. We have a No Fear, Paint Splatter, Golden Demon, Battle Report, Tale for Warlords, Heavy Metal, Warbands in the Mortal Realms, and much, much more. So not giving anything away there. It could possibly be about the campaign, what's coming up. And I'd expect there will be Primaris Marines being released in individual boxes. I'll be very surprised otherwise. So that's probably what we can expect next month. So that's a quick look at this month's White Dwarf. You know, as far as White Dwarfs go, it's standard White Dwarf. Still some good content in there, I'm sure. I'm quite interested to read some of the interviews. I'm a bit disappointed there's no free gift this month, because I think with a new edition it would have been a good opportunity just to have a little Primaris Marine or something. With the White Dwarf, that would have been nice. I hope they just didn't start putting gifts in the first few to entice us into getting subscriptions, which I'm sure they did. But that's business for you, isn't it? But yeah, that's the latest White Dwarf magazine. So thank you so much for watching. As always, you can like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, whatever. I'll see you all in the next video.